I'm doing pretty well. Third game of the night. I'm really excited to see Illumination Spectrum go up against Mammoth. This is going to be an interesting match. Yeah, now we're back. Yeah, no, we're getting into bans immediately. Oof. Alrighty. So we get the Gragas ban and Cho'Gath ban coming out for the side of Illumination Valiant. Both of them really powerful picks. They saw Mammoth play them last game, and I feel like they're seeing them as issues right now. So good bans on their side. Tryndamere coming out, as well as the Jinx. Tryndamere has been such a problem in solo queue the past few days, or a few patches, I mean. You know, you get that AP variant, and his cooldown on his E is just so fast, 4-second cooldown once you hit that 40% mark. And he just spins and spins and spins, ults, and then spins again. It's just such a pain. And now we have Jinx as well.
Sordo, I hate to break it to you, they couldn't even hear me do the introduction, so we should probably do that again. I forgot to unmute my mic there. I apologize for you, man. How about you try taking the introduction since I fucked it up the first time?
Could they hear me or no?
They could hear you the whole time, so it was like a one-sided conversation, you know? Oh,
jeez, that's so
oh, man. This struggle when, you know, I have to jump in and cast. I forget little things like turning on my mic. Sorry.
It's all good. All good.
But here, one more try. We've got Illumination Valiant, we've got Mammoth, and you were already talking about the bands. Getting into the first pick here, and it looks like they're gonna pick up, the Ari there, and then the Trundle. I mean, we haven't seen the Trundle yet tonight. It keeps getting banned, so it'll be interesting.
Trundle is still one of those top tier junglers that, you know, if you don't really pick Graves, you kind of just get screwed over by Trundle. Trundle has so much early game damage with that press the attack, and with his Q plus his W, he just does mad damage. And, you know, we've been talking all night about the aura and his engage. You know, Call of the Forge God coming in, that almost 2,000 range ultimate. So, you know, it's just so disruptive.
That was such a clutch kill earlier where just kind of caught the very edge of the tail, or of the Call of the Forge. That was so sweet.
Yeah. But we do see Kindred and Alistar picked up for Illumination. Kindred, you know, she's been coming back into the meta. She did get hit with some nerfs this patch, but she's still an A, maybe an S tier jungler. I'd probably put her in an A tier.
Okay.
She still does a lot of damage. She's still able to ult and save her entire team, but it also saves the enemy. They can completely turn around a fight, as well as the Alistar pickup as well. Alistar is a good support.
Yeah, a little bit of a counter with the Morgana pick. What do you think?
Oh, definitely. If she's able to Black Shield the AD carry, whoever it may be in this rotation, it'll be difficult for the Alistar to be able to do anything. But if he's able to hit a multi-man headbutt Pulverize, he's just going to disrupt the fight and basically do what Orin does, but in a shorter amount of time.
True that. And the Morgana, we actually really haven't seen her tonight because it got banned in at least 2 of the games that we've seen. So it'll be interesting to see what they can do with that pickup.
Yeah. We're going to have to see if she's able to dominate lane with it. That one of the issues with Morgana and why they're toning down support items is the fact that she just doesn't run out of mana. Her Tormented Soil, they increased it, or her Black Shield, they increased it from 50 to 80 to try to avoid having the ADC just go in there carelessly. But another issue is the Tormented Soil. that it just does massive amounts of damage, and it just costs no mana. But for the bans, we see Darius Aatrox for the side of Mammoth, and LeBlanc Swain for the side of Illumination. All of those bans, I deem them as, alright bans, especially Swain and Aatrox. Still both S-tier picks in whatever role you decide to pick them in.
Yeah, true
And
that.
they can completely just either disrupt or just blow up anyone on whichever team they're on.
Yeah, I love the Swain pick. I've loved seeing the versatility of it in some of the Plat League games when Brainstorm first joined in, and it was right on the turn when he was becoming popular as a bot laner. It was such a fun pick to watch. And it's unfortunate that it's getting banned all the time, because I really like watching that.
I mean, he deserves to be banned.
That is true. He does deserve it. Oh, man.
These are some picks. Caitlyn locked in for the side of Mammoth, but that's nothing in compared to Jin and Tito picked up for the side of Illumination.
Yeah, that's a Tito. I don't know what to say.
That's interesting. And then, we have the Zoe picked up as the last pick for Mammoth, which I hate Zoe. I hate Zoe so much. Please, God, Riot, if you're watching this, nerf her. I beg you. Please. Get rid of it.
I feel like it must be on the radar at least, right?
Oh, good luck with that. Good luck in esports, buddy.
You don't think it's on their radar for getting nerfed?
Absolutely not. Riot needs to sell skins.
All right, fair.
Like, right now, Mammoth's team comp is just disgusting. I hate everything about their team comp. Not because it's bad, because I would hate playing against it. If I'm Illumination, I hate my life. Zoe engaged from 2000 range with the Sleepy Bubble Trouble. You got a Morgana binding that lets you sit there for 4 seconds. Into the Caitlyn trap, into the Call of the Forge God, into the Pillar by Trundle. And my goodness, it's just such a pain to deal with.
Agreed. All right, so real quick, we talked about a couple teasers earlier, right? We're going to do a quick teaser of a new feature that we're going to debut at Playoffs, which is going to be this little team role type thing. Rather than talk about it, let's show it. So let's look at the lineups real quick. First off, for Illumination Spectrum, we've got Indigo in the top lane, CLG Faithful playing in the jungle, or at least listed as being a jungle. We got the teleport right now. Azure Fire in the mid, I'm Destro in the bot, and Flex with him. And then for Mammoth, Shanghai in the top lane. In jungle, they've got somebody subbing in. They switched with Meme, I believe. Twiz is supposed to be in the mid lane, Flaydon, and actually Meme, sorry, in the bot lane. They threw a couple of changes in there for us, and it kind of threw us off a little bit. So best we could do. It's not something you can really change on the fly yet, but
yeah, no, Shanghai was switched out for Warnun. Warnun, I think that's how you pronounce his name. And everyone else is the same. Bliss in the jungle, Twiz in the mid lane, Flaydon bot lane, and Meme as their support.
Yeah.
Again, I'm still loving Mammoth's comp. No matter what, I'm still loving. Yeah,
that's definitely a powerhouse comp. I mean, you've got a little bit of potential for the picks. You've got some good team fight in there. The only thing I'd be worried about is whether or not they're going to focus on one aspect of their team comp, right? Because you can do a lot of little things with it. And sometimes when you have these versatile team comps, you kind of don't focus in on one aspect of it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, that is very true. They do have a lot of components in their team comp. They do have the team fight. They do have the picks. They kind of have split push, but not really. But, their team fight is the core of their comp. They really want to go in. And, once the Caitlyn hits that 4-item power spike, she goes the Storm Razor into the RFC, IE, and now Hurricane, because of all the changes to the Zeal items, making them 100 gold less, and they're faster to get, Caitlyn has now become such a powerhouse of a pick to compete with champions like the Jhin that we see on the side of it.
Yeah, I feel like they're definitely going to struggle in that bot lane. If Caitlyn and Morgana can at least play this lane at a semi-decent level. They should be able to counteract Alistar's engage, and the range and the damage of early Caitlyn should be able to do quite a bit against Jhin. It'll be interesting to see. And then in the top lane, I mean, how do you think the Teemo Ornn lane is going to go?
Man, where do I begin? Like, I hate Teemo. He's just a garbage tier champion. I can't put that in any other way. He's just a trash champion.
I feel like this is, at least since I've started streaming the games, the first time I've seen Teemo in an ODL game. This is historic, I think.
I think this is the first time I've seen Teemo in any competitive league that isn't, LCK. That Teemo, LCK, 100% win rate on Teemo. Let's get it. But
yeah, right.
I'm not used to having a Teemo. But Teemo does come with his ups and downs. His downside being his late game is horrendous. But he can disrupt a lot in the early game. His blind is something not to be trifled with because it does do a lot of AP damage. And if he does go the full AP Teemo, late game, if you step on a shroom, it's going to take half your health bar, especially for that Caitlyn. If that Teemo gets ahead, she's going to end up one-shotting the Caitlyn with a shroom. It's ridiculous.
Caitlyn and also Zoe, when she does her little hop back and forth, that would be hilarious to watch her hop into a shroom on accident.
Oh my goodness.
I really hope we see that during this game. We really haven't talked about jungle-wise. I mean, you mentioned it a little bit, how Kindred has been a power pick recently. How do you think that matchup is going to fare? Who do you think should do better?
Trundle should win out early game if he does pillar the Kindred correctly and just runs at her with press the attack. But as the game progresses more and more, as long as the Kindred builds a Mortal Reminder, she'll be able to duel the Trundle and be okay in the game. But until that point, the Trundle should win out early. He should have more pressure in the lanes with his pillar, with his chomp, and eventually with his ult. If he doesn't out jungle the Kindred, he is going to fall behind as this game progresses. So he needs to make his presence known early, or he's just going to become another tank as the game goes on.
Well, we'll see how early he makes his presence known, as both teams just kind of spread out across the map. Nothing fancy, really.
Gotta set up in that 5 point.
Yep, and Kindred throwing the first mark onto Zoe, so maybe a little foreshadowing there. We'll have to pay attention and see if the first gank comes into the mid lane or not.
Now, the issue with early ganks mid with Kindred is you start your W, right? But if you go E second for the slow onto the mid laner, you don't have your Q to follow up. And if you start your Q, you don't have a slow. So you completely rely on the Ahri to hit the charm, or the gank is not going to work. And you're basically just wasting time and conceding jungle pressure. So if I'm this Kindred, I'm not really looking for ganks early. If I can get them, cool, thanks, nice. Free low for me.
Right.
But if I can farm up and I can start to get my items, I'll take over the game as it progresses. But as we see, the stereotypical start in the bot lane for both junglers, they just want that hard leash. And, everyone's just going to walk to lane.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. How are you feeling about the pool party skins on the minions? It's kind of funny, right? Oh, wait. What's Trundle doing? Okay, he's just pulling it. Never mind. I thought he forgot to finish it for a second there.
Oh, wait. There's the level 2 gank. The Zoe just disrespecting it. The issue became she knew that she had a mark on her, so I don't know why she wouldn't expect a gank.
And even if you're gonna cheat up that far, you probably want to lean towards the top side of your map, because as we see this pause come through, just because if she does start red side, she has all that more advantage on you if she can get close to you and get that slow down, really force that flash without a question. I mean, she needed to flash there.
The unlucky part right now is that the mark happened to spawn in Kindred's favor.
Yeah.
So, And if we look at the Trundle's HP does not exist at all right now. Maybe he DC'd or something or another, but he's about to die to the wolf camp.
Well, you know what? We're gonna assume it's a DC, and it's gonna take a second. And I know this might be overkill, but let's show this teaser one more time real quick, just so that we don't have to sit here and try to fill time. And in case some people just showed up, give them a little hype for the playoffs that are coming next week. Sound good?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
God.
Murders the Orn! So Coder here, now Roommate is here, so they're looking to try and go in with the Recon, the double knockup, the Rune Prison also.
Out with Grom. Grom just getting absolutely deleted, but now Necton is just going to absolutely charge this.
To the face, are seeing possibly engage onto Amjad, so about down to half health. As my computer just lagged down as he
They try and get the kill onto Kuda. Kuda has the flash as a GA. Let's see the nice command shockwave does hit 3.
All right, didn't get to finish the whole video, got through most of it, but we're back in game.
Very true. It's an amazing teaser that was created. As the bubble does hit onto the Ahri. Ooh, that's... You gotta love Zoe damage.
Yeah, dude, you really don't though, do you?
God, if I could curse, yell, and scream right now, I would. Because God, I hate Zoe. It's so annoying. Like, it's just an anti-fun champion, and I don't like using anti-fun a lot.
I don't know. I think the people that are playing it have a lot of fun with it.
Well, to play against it.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Like, old Fizz, and there's another pause. Yeah, the jungler does DC.
Back to the video. We'll show it every time there's a pause.
Oh, jeez. If you want to, go for it.
No, I'm just kidding, dude. I don't want to subject the people to that. That I think 2 times is more than enough.
I mean, it's a good video. It's well produced, and I do enjoy it.
It is. It is. I really like the even more so than that. I really do love the team layout thing that we showed off. It takes a little bit of practice because I was reading straight off of the layout rather than looking at who was in the champ select. And then I remembered that there was at least one sub, and I started looking back and forth, and then it just completely confused the fuck out of me.
Yeah, no, it's an unfortunate event.
It's a lot of work, but it's gonna be really cool. And that's that little layout. I'm not sure that you saw it because, well, yeah, you know, I showed it to you ahead of time, so you at least got a little preview of it.
Yeah.
That layout is one little piece of all the overlays that we're putting together for the playoffs and for our future network stream that we've got working on.
Yeah, no, I'm very happy to see how playoffs go and how everything will come together.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting for sure. Oh, somebody was actually saying they want to finish the video. We will definitely show it at the end of the stream again one last time, and if I don't get back, or if you miss it at the end of the stream, it will be in the Discord by the end of the night. Probably I can probably upload it there at the end of the night. So,
but as we start to get back into game,
finally stuff to talk about again.
All right. Oh, I thought the Alistar was going to go in there.
He definitely was in range.
Yeah, no, here we start to see the counter to the Orin. He's so auto-attack based when he gets the brittle down. And unless he builds early MR, he's just going to continue to get demolished up top lane. I need to stop saying demolished.
It's going to be painful to watch. And I was sitting here thinking about the word demolish when I was trying to say watch. We all have those phrases, though, where we say one phrase or word several times.
That is true, but this
human
one
nature.
is getting... Ooh, there's the flash onto the Teemo. The Teemo ends up getting first blood. Excuse me?
Yeah, that's
Korea's calling.
They want their Teemo back.
Yeah, honestly, please take him back.
Yeah, you can have him.
Oh, the Alistar goes in with the headbutt pulverize, but gets dark minded up. As the Orin comes in, the Trundle's there as well. He gets the pillar down. The Teemo doesn't have flash, and he's going to go down to Bliss. Excellent gank timing.
Yeah, that's what you gotta expect when you burn your flash looking for a kill. Especially if your jungler isn't the one there for the repeat. It's great when you get that solo kill in top lane. The guy TP's back and your jungler's right there waiting to kill him for a second time, but that wasn't the situation that played out.
Well, the issue that happened was the Teemo just disrespected the ability to gank.
Yeah.
He needed to get the kill, push the wave in and back, but he continued to auto the tower and not push it in all the way, so he just dies for it. As Orin charges in. The Kindred's up here as well. Ooh, this is going to be bad.
This is not good for him.
He's actually going to get out.
Luckily, his Trundle is in the enemy's jungle already.
Yeah, but this is a terrible situation for them. Charm goes out, and that's just going to be a deletion of the Orin. Flash coming out from everyone.
Oof.
Heal coming out as well, saving the Morgana's life. Jhin flashes forward, trying to get the kill, but that's both of his summoners down. Alistar forced to flash away as well.
Yeah, overall, probably a net trade in favor of Mammoth there. They burned the flash off of Alistar and from Jhin and the heal, whereas, you know, it was just the Morgana's flash and ignite that went down. Blade did use his heal, but at least he still has his flash available.
Yeah, this is just a bad situation for Illumination. They just, already in disadvantageous lane, they just made it worse for themselves, trying to go for the big play to try to, you know, propel them into the lead, but it just does not work out.
Yeah, probably coming into this game, they should have looked to make this a farm lane, especially once they saw that they were going against the Morgana Caitlyn. That's just such a safe lane and such a poke-heavy lane. You just kind of got to focus on your personal farm and try to stay alive in it and wait for those Kindred ganks or wait for those Ahri roams.
And here's the thing. The Caitlyn took Fleet Footwork while Jhin took Hail of Blades. The Caitlyn is just looking to sustain through the lane. If she can pick up a kill, she picks up a kill. But her goal is just to hit 4 items and win the game.
Yeah, and she's at a great start because she's already up, you know, about 10 CS. And just overall in the lane, they've got the pressure. She just backed and got the BF sword to the 2 daggers, or not daggers, 2 long swords for Jhin. So it's yeah, it's gonna be tough for him.
I know right now she's in a very strong position just to put herself, just to win the game, basically.
Yeah, to win the game. That is the ultimate goal, right?
Yeah, no, or win lane, in a sense. But
that is true. Winning lane is nice.
Ooh, the Trundle coming back for a repeat gank. They know Teemo's in this bush.
And they know he doesn't have flash.
Yep. But the Shroom does go down. Call of the Forge God coming out. This is going to be a kill onto the Teemo. There's the clap from Orin. That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah, great collapse. Just good overall play. I don't know if it would have benefited Teemo to just hide in the bush for a while. Kindred wasn't on his side of the map, so the best he could have done was stall it out a little bit. But
well, he does stall out enough for the Kindred to solo the dragon.
That is true, and that was
a
nice early Infernal Dragon. Hopefully, looks like Ahri's starting to roam to try to stop the early tower take in top lane. We'll see if she can really stop it here, though. It's quite the force.
This is going to be close. She ults forward, hits the charm onto the Trundle. Trundle is just going to go down for free. That was very greedy. They knew the Ahri was roaming, too.
Yeah, that was a really pretty charm land. Color me impressed.
I know, that was just an unfortunate event. They just don't have the vision to be able to push that far out without knowing where the Ahri is. It's just a bad play in general. But as we see...
Sorry, I'm just kind of glancing across the map. got caught up looking around. I'm anxious to see when this Rift Herald spawns, if either team is going to prioritize it, because they both do kind of have like these team fight oriented teams, these objective taking squads. They don't really have great tower pushing teams. I feel like they're really going to focus on team fights around the Baron and around the Rift Herald and around the Dragon. So I want to see which one's really going to make the first team play into one of these locations.
Well, here's the thing. The bot lanes are just hitting 6 now.
Right.
So whichever jungler comes bot first, I feel kind of wins them the lane. Jhin still doesn't have flash, and the Trundle should know this. And it'll be down for maybe another 30 seconds, 40 seconds as the Dark Binding comes out. But unless these junglers have not been that impactful except for top lane. They need to start putting pressure onto mid, onto bot, that's where you're going to win.
Yeah, they've definitely been putting their mind or putting their focus into the top lane. Ooh, nice root on Alistar there.
The Alistar forced to use the ultimate.
And this is the matchup. You try to go in and engage as Alistar, and you've got the Morgana shield, you've got the binding. I mean, it's a pretty hard counter.
No, the misplay onto this onto the Caitlyn was she didn't put a trap under the Alistar to just chain CC him up. Yeah, there's the trap now coming out onto the Jhin.
Yep.
And you see so much damage coming out because you automatically get the headshot.
Yeah, if he wasn't under tower there, they had something.
Yeah, they probably could have had the kill.
I like Kindred going full focus on the marks. She's picking up that nice invade on the Gromp there. I'm gonna click on her real quick and see. I feel like, she's at 4 marks already, so doing pretty well for herself.
All this Kindred needs to do is get those marks. Once she's able to get, 8 marks, 9 marks, her attack range is larger than Caitlyn's. She outranges everyone in the room. Even a Tristana, she outranges. As the Call of the Forge God comes out, but that's a charm onto the Orin. The Orin misses Call of the Forge God. The Trundle is trying to sit there and eat the damage, but it doesn't work. Zoe gets the flash with the W. Sleepy Bubble Trouble comes out, but nothing's going to happen onto the Kindred. That's
and who got the Rift Herald?
Nothing. Did they get Rift Herald?
I have no idea who got the Rift Herald.
No, Illumination got it. Wow. That just went horribly for the side of me.
Oh yeah, there it is on Teemo. Wow, yeah, that is unfortunate because I was kind of watching. Trundle was up there soloing it for a while, and Ornn eventually made his way there. And just those two champions at this point in the game don't have that much damage by themselves. I mean, yeah, you can get the extra damage from hitting the eye, but it was taking them a while to do it. And eventually, Illumination got suspicious and checked it, and it benefited them greatly.
No, it was just not a good call. I feel like the Trundle thought that he was ahead enough to the point where he could just do it with the Orin, but, when you're away from the lane for so long, you kind of tend to draw attention just a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. So, now we're starting to get into the mid-game a little bit. What do you think? So, we've got a little bit of a lead on the side of Illumination now. What do you think they need to do to be able to take a hold of this lead and really, get something going for them into the mid game?
To be honest, if they continue to farm and continue to allow the Kindred to get her stacks, they're going to be in a good spot. And let the Ahri roam as she deletes the Morgana off of the map. Black Shield is not going to help you there. Caitlyn forced to flash, and so is the Trundle.
Yeah, that was just a beautiful roam coming out from Ahri, and also had the Kindred roaming down into the bot lane. It was just a good combination of plays there.
The issue becomes, for Mammoth, they have no vision on the river. So the Ahri, all she's doing is roaming. That's how she's gotten all 3 of her kills. It's not solo kills onto Zoe. It's just roams bot lane, roams top lane, and she's just getting free kills. As first tower gold goes down.
Yeah, in the favor of Illumination. And you kind of mentioned it earlier. I mean, neither of the junglers for the first 8 minutes of the game or so were looking at bot lane as a gank potential. And now that Kindred made her way down there with Ahri, that really has sparked something in favor of Illumination. And now with the Rift Herald coming in top lane, this might be another tower for him. I don't know that he can hold this. Well,
might be able to.
The nice clutch bind to knock the eye. Oh man, he still didn't get the
he
eye.
He missed it. All the Forge God comes out, but like the Orin basically just inted there. I can't put that any other way. He missed Call of the Forge God. He just sat there and took the Teemo damage. He went Iceborne Gauntlet first item versus a Teemo.
Ooh.
as the Ahri is just doing massive amounts of damage as well. Trundle comes in, ults, but he's blinded right now by the Teemo. The Teemo's still doing damage here. Is he gonna kill the...
His pillar worked against him. He couldn't get on top of the Teemo because of his pillar in the way. Oh, man.
I don't want to talk about this game anymore. The Teemo is now 4-2-1.
That
is just completely dominating the Trundle and the Orin. Like, what the hell?
That's just
Teemo
really
new
unfortunate.
OP?
I feel really bad for Trundle there. I mean, coming into the fight, I didn't think he had that great of a chance. I thought with the blind that Teemo might be able to fight him, but as soon as that pillar kind of blocked off his path,
the Kindred lost her mark.
Yeah. Orin might not be able to win a fight against Teemo, but he can win a fight against a Kindred.
That is very true. That was just unfortunate. The slam from the Orin ended up stealing away the Krugs and cost her the mark.
Yeah. Tunneled a little hard.
Just a tad.
Wolfie soaking up all the bindings this game, like a support does.
You just gotta eat them all.
Well, yeah, once you get hit by one, you might as well go for the stats, right? Ooh!
Okay, there goes the engage. On the Alistar, the Zonya's coming out, the flash away, but there's no tower left. They're just waiting for the Dark Binding to go away. Jhin flashes forward, gets ignited, but kills. Oh, the knockup from the Alistar saves the Jhin from the headshot. There goes the Deadly Flourish, and that's going to be another kill onto the Caitlyn. As another kill comes out, everyone's just dying. I can't even speak.
Yeah, that was
the Trundle is getting stunned up, and he's going to survive as well. Orin goes down. Zoe goes down. And there's the curtain call coming out. Is the Trundle going to go down? One more shot will do it, but he misses the fourth shot, and Trundle's going to be able to get away.
So close. So close to being a full map ace without, any team coordination.
I don't know. Mid tower does go down. This game is going from bad to worse for the side of Mammoth. It's just a yikes. Right now.
And it started off well because they had this bot lane that was doing well against the Jhin and Alistar, but it's just... I don't know.
It started out with the kills on top lane. They ended up trading 1-for-1 onto the Teemo. But then everything just went to garbage. The Teemo is now 5-2-1. You have the Ahri who's 4-0. All because she just started roaming bot.
If that doesn't show off the power of roaming as a mid laner, I don't know what will.
I know, and that's why champions like Talia, like Aurelion Sol, like Ahri, and Kassadin are starting to come back into the meta. Because they can just roam into the struggling bot lane and get kills. As Teemo just goes in, Bellows Breath comes out, and Orin forced to burn a flash.
So we're getting ready to...
that bubble just missed.
Getting ready to have a new stat line in the ODL. 100% win rate on Teemos. How do you feel?
I don't want to cast anymore. Sorry. I thought I saw the last of it with Korea.
Bliss.
Yeah, no, he's just gonna
God,
the flash forward Q onto the and that's gonna be another kill. What the hell? Sweepers, boys, sweepers.
Ooh, what a beautiful
charm.
charm.
Onto the Zoe. The Zoe's just gonna get popped. Goodbye.
That was gorgeous. Teemo coming with the KS.
Oh, the kill secure there by the Teemo. Are they looking to Kindred going in? She gets Dark Binded, Soul Shackle as well.
Oh no.
Is she gonna ult?
She is gonna ult, and there's the Teemo to clean it up again.
In clutch. Alistar's gonna headbutt Pulverize, and Teemo's gonna get another kill. But there's Call of the Forge God, and
he missed the return.
Okay.
Okay.
So a 10k gold lead by Mammoth. Or by Illumination on Mammoth.
Yeah, this is
Mammoth
kinda...
wishes they had gold.
This is spiraled. I feel bad for Mammoth because they had a tough game last game. They look like they had kind of shaken it off at the very beginning, aside from top lane like you pointed out earlier. But you know, after that 10-minute mark, it's really spiraled for him.
Oh, Sleepy onto
Oof.
the Alistar, and there he goes. Goodbye. If the Zoe hits more Sleepy Bubbles, they might be able to pull back slowly.
I agree, but that's a very slow play. Like, that's a 50-minute plus game if we have to wait for picks like that to get them back in the game.
I'm hoping that Illumination can just close out this game. You have a 9-2-1 Teemo, 4-0 Ari. As this Zoe is just getting burnt by the Leandre's Torment and the Teemo Shrooms, everything coming into play. The Orin also getting burnt. There's the Blinding Dart onto Orin. Ooh, the Bellows Breath Shield just saving him.
Yeah, you would hope for Illumination's sake that they'd be able to end this game quickly in the next 5-10 minutes. Because, it sets them a good precedent going into playoffs, right? You don't want to get ahead by 10k gold and then be able to allow the other team to get back in the game.
And I mean, the most important thing to note is this is the game for second place. I'm fairly positive.
I believe you're correct. I think this is to decide who will end up in second.
Or end up in third. Yeah, it's for third place.
Just speak confidently and people will believe you, okay?
Very true. But it is for third place. And Illumination holding third place right now. But...
And so Mammoth in fourth right now? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So Mammoth will probably stay in fourth, to be honest with you there.
That's tough, because that's going to set them up with a...
And the Orange just getting run down. But you can continue. It doesn't even matter at this point. The team was just going to run people down.
So the way the playoffs are structured, right? The first place and the second place team have a bye, I believe, correct? Or do you know much about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah,
first and second place get buys,
and then
third place sixth, fourth place fifth, and as Trundle gets deleted by the charm and the Kindred flashing forward, and now we just wait for the curtain call. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Goodbye, Zoe.
That was gorgeous.
Oh, the charm. There's the cleanse. Perfectly done. Deadly Flourish comes out. That Kalen's going to be deleted by a dancing grenade. The Orin, he's just standing there. Call of the Forge God comes out, but is this going to help him at all? The Kindred ult saving the Ari's life. Orin getting taken down really low. The Dabbing Penguin coming out to show the game is really over. Jin flashes forward. Dancing grenade, but he's just going to be slowed down and lives still through it all. That's going to be the last tower. Ooh, the minions! Oh, minions OP, but that is going to be the game for Illumination. A complete domination by them over Mammoth.
Absolutely.
GG, boys.
I mean, I'm sitting here talking about hopefully they can close it out in the next 5-10 minutes, and they just shut me up and close it out in the next 3 minutes. So, spectacular performance out of Illumination. I'm glad they made us. Nothing against Mammoth. I'm glad they made it a nice, quick, easy game, because the last 2 games we had were such long games. They started so late. Well, were they long actually? It felt really long.
Yeah, 30-40 minutes.
Okay.
But the issue now, I'm pretty sure there's a tiebreaker now for second place.
Oh, don't say that.
I'm sorry to say it.
We don't like the tiebreaker word around here.
It's Ace Machine and Illumination Spectre. Both tied with 28 points.
Well, I don't know if Ace Machine has a roster right now that's playing, is the question.
I don't know.
A good question to be answered, but for right now, let's real quick just wrap up this game. Who do you think was the MVP for Illumination?
Oh, you already know who I'm about to say. The cancerous monster himself, Teemo. 11-2-2, 188 CS. What an animal.
Yeah, it's God. I hope this is the first and the last time we'll see the Teemo go this dominant in an ODL game. But you know what? It was kind of enjoyable to watch. It was funny to see how the teams adapted around this pick, especially when it started to get ahead. I mean, Trundle did what he could to try to assist Ornn, and they couldn't do it, you know? He got too far ahead too quick.
Yeah, no. And I'm not even going to give an MVP to Mammoth that there's nothing. It-
I would
Sorry
say
to
if
say.
there was one to be had, it would probably be Meme or Twiz. Meme, because I felt like he did do all right in the early game. He had a couple decent spell shields to avoid the Alistar engages. And he did land a couple bindings that had the potential to get them early kills in the bot lane, and they just kind of struggled on the finishing blow for that. And then,
I guess,
like you said,
true.
I mean, Twiz, I mean, he did okay in the lane. He only ended 10 CS down. Realistically, it's just the fact that Azure on the Ahri roamed so much more than he was able to. That was such a big impact on the game. But
Yeah, no. But
I think that's
the
gonna be it.
standing,
Oh, go
yeah, the
ahead.
standings are here. Roar is in first, and Illumination does pick up second place. Mammoth in third, Out of Mana in fourth, Bluebird in fifth, and Sunken Gaming sneaking in sixth place.
Now that
So Roar and Illumination get the buys.
that might be edited a little bit because I don't know that Out of Mana is a team anymore.
Ooh, so we're gonna have to see.
So I think it might be one of the newer teams that are in like Uwu. OWO, however you say their name, I don't know.
But we know for sure Roar is in first, Illumination's in second, Mammoth is in third.
Yeah.
We know that for a fact.
We've got the top ones down. So with that said, let's go ahead and wrap up. This has been Kaiser and Sordo here with you tonight. Appreciate you casted for me.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, man, you were killing it. 3 games in a row, man.
Mm.
So
yeah, no. So from everyone from the Overdrive League community, the casters, the production staff, have a good night, and we will see you next week when playoffs start, where we have our 3rd place versus 6th place and 4th place versus 5th place matchups. See you guys then.
it's gonna be painful to watch. And I was sitting here thinking about the word demolish when I was trying to say watch. We all have those phrases though, where we say one phrase or word several times.
That is true, but this
human
one
nature.
is getting. Ooh, there's the flash onto the Teemo. The Teemo.
That is the ultimate goal, right?
Yeah, no, or win lane in a sense.
That is true. Winning lane is nice.
Ooh, the Trundle coming back for a repeat gank. They know Teemo's in this bush.
And they know he doesn't have flash.
Yeah, but the Shroom does go down. Call of the Forge God coming out. This is going to be a kill onto the Teemo. He's able to get, 8 marks, 9 marks. Her attack range is larger than Kate's. She outranges everyone in the room. Even a Tristana she outranges. As the Call of the Forge God comes out, but that's a charm onto the Orin. The Orin misses Call of the Forge God. The Trundle is trying to sit there and eat the damage, but it doesn't work. Zoe gets the flash with the W. Sleepy Bubble Trouble comes out, but nothing. The Wukong Cyclone comes out. Malphite ult as well. Thresh is trying to stop them, but there goes the cask onto the Misfortune, stopping her ultimate. Never mind, she just canceled it herself. Wukong goes down. Shockwave completely deletes the Xayah. There's the Cho'Gath forcing to flash out.
It's gonna be painful to watch. And I was sitting here thinking about the word demolish when I was trying to say watch. That is the ultimate goal, right?
Yeah, no, or win lane in a sense.
That is true. Winning lane is nice.
Ooh, the Trundle coming